Bonjour, this is a lesson, French lesson for 8th standard. So today I will be doing numbers again, but different types of numbers. You've heard of cardinal numbers and you've heard of ordinal numbers. Like in English we say number 1 and first. We are telling the order. Number 2, second. So similarly, you've seen all these numbers, they were taught to you right in the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, right up to 10. D. Now we are only looking at the ordinal numbers. When it is a here or un here, a for masculine, un for feminine, it becomes premier. Premier, that is first, and premiere, that is first feminine. What is the difference between this word and this word? Have you seen that E gets a grave accent and there is an additional E here. So E grave RE, that is the feminine first. Masculine first, feminine first. But what happens when it is number 2? Number 2 is the. But in number 2, second becomes deuxième. Deuxième, so you add I, E grave, M, E. Deuxième is second. Similarly, trois, troisième. So for trois, we are adding I-E-M-E with a grave accent on E. So for all the numbers, I am adding the same thing except when I come to number 9. When I come to number 9, your number 9 is neuf. Your number 9 is neuf. There's a F here. That F becomes V. That F becomes V. Neuvième, it becomes neuvième. Dixième. So I want you to learn all these numbers. They are the ordinal numbers. So cardinaux, les chiffres. Chiffres means digits. Cardinaux is cardinal numbers. Ordinaux is ordinal numbers. It's there in your textbook. On some page it will be there, but it's better you learn it this way. So you can copy this. A for masculine, un for feminine. Premier for masculine, premiere for feminine. The remaining are all I, E, grave, M, E. Except for neuf, the F becomes V. Okay? So we will go on to lessons now. So I am going to do your lesson number 5 in your textbook. Open your books to lesson number 5. Now, leçon 5, cinquième leçon. Have you seen cinquième? So that cinquième is your ordinal number, 5th lesson. Comment est le professeur? Comment est le professeur? How is the teacher? How is the teacher means you will be describing the teacher. You will tell whether she is tall, short, whatever. So, in this lesson, you will be learning décrire une personne, to describe a person, or an objet or an object. That is form or taille. Form is whether fat, thin, taille is short, height. So, comment est if the person happens to be singular. Comment sont if they are many. So, we will be using the verb être. Être you have learnt already. So, je suis grande. Tu es petite? Je suis grande means I am tall. Tu es petite? It's a question. Are you short? And the answer is oui, je suis petite. Yes, I am short. So how do you say tall? Grande. How do you say short? Petite. Now, monsieur, vous êtes petite. Madame, vous êtes petite. So, in the first case, it's monsieur. It's a masculine, male. Sir, you are short. Then, in the second case, it's madame. Madam, you are short. What is the difference between that petite and this petite? There's a E. So, they have agreed the adjectives with the noun. So, this is called agreement. I think I had spoken of this before in my earlier video. Your noun and your adjective has to go hand in hand. If your noun is masculine, adjective is masculine. If your noun is feminine, adjective becomes feminine. You can make it feminine by adding a E. That is the primary rule. So, mademoiselle. Now the third sentence. What is a mademoiselle? What's the difference between madame and mademoiselle? Madame is a married lady or an old lady. Mademoiselle is a young woman who is not married. Mademoiselle who is petite. So, mademoiselle, lady, you are short. Now, down below they have shown you some pictures. Il est petit. Il est petit is he is short. Now, elle est petite, she is petite. That is, she is short. That petite gets a E. Now, nous sommes petites. We are all short. So, petite gets a S because we refers to plural. So, petite also becomes plural. You add a S. Oui, vous êtes petite. Yes, you are short. So, can you see? The boy is pointing to the group of boys or children. And he is saying that you are all short. So, now you know how there has to be an agreement between noun and adjective. If the adjective gets a E, it becomes feminine. If it gets a S, it becomes plural. Now we will go to the next page. Ils sont petites. Ils sont petites. They are short. More than one, so it's plural. Elles sont petites. Now look at that. Elles sont petites means they are short, but this time they are all females. So it's getting a E plus an S. So how do you make an adjective feminine? By adding a E. And how do you make it feminine plural? By adding a E and a S. So we have seen the different types of adjectives. Masculine singular, masculine plural. Feminine singular, feminine plural. Now we go on to the objects. We learnt about people. Now down below in your lesson, they are describing objects. For example, le mur est haut. O means high. The wall is high. O is high. H is not pronounced. It's not ho, it's O. Now, the opposite is le mur est bas. Bas means low. So, what is the opposite of high? Low. High, low. So, you have to learn these opposites. They'll be asked in the exam. O, bas. Now, le crayon. Le crayon is pencil. Le crayon est long, means the pencil is long. What is the opposite? Le crayon est court. Court means short. So, in the first picture, you see a long pencil. In the second picture, you see a short pencil. So, if you are describing people, it is grand et petit. If you are describing objects, it is long et court. Okay, you can't say the boy is long. You have to say the boy is tall. And you can't say the pencil is tall. The pencil is long. So, see the difference. Don't interchange. Now, le banc est large. Le banc, the bench is large means wide. Le banc est étroit. Étroit is narrow. So, what is large? You use the same word in English also. Large, big. Whether here it means, in French it means wide. Le banc est étroit, the bench is narrow. Le livre est épais. Le livre est épais or gros. Épais means thick. When there are many pages, the book is thick. Okay? In the second case, le livre est mince. Mince means thin. Less number of pages. So, now the next picture shows you a calendar. Le calendrier est carré. Carré is square. In the second picture, le calendrier est ronde. Ronde, round. What is the opposite of square? Round. Okay, here they are showing you shapes. Now, le calendrier est rectangulaire. What is rectangulaire? Same word in English, rectangular. Le couteau. Couteau is a knife. Est pointu. Pointu, sharp. Pointed. Okay, so you have learned so many adjectives. You have learned high, low, long, short, wide, narrow, thick, thin, square, round, rectangular and pointed. So there's a lot of vocabulary in this lesson to be learned. And then you already learned how to make the adjective feminine and plural. So you will be adding E and you will be adding S where it's required. So now down below they have asked you some questions. Comment est le mur? How is the wall? What is the answer? Il est haut. It is high. The wall is masculine. That's why they are using il. If something was feminine, they would have said yeah, elle. Comment sont les murs? How are the walls? We are talking of many walls. Ils sont hauts. So they made that O into plural. So in this lesson, you have come across different types of adjectives, how they agree with nouns. If the noun is feminine, adjective becomes feminine. Along with the plural noun, adjective becomes plural. You have also learnt order of numbers. Okay? Now you have to learn this lesson as far as the adjectives goes and the rules of feminine and plural go. These are the basic rules. Later on you will go on to higher rules. So as for today, I am doing one lesson which is this. Then I will teach you some numbers like from 11 to 20 and how they become ordinal numbers. You can open your textbook to page number 55 now. By that time I will write the ordinal numbers. Okay, now we go on to the numbers 11 to 20 and I will teach you the ordinal numbers, how they are written. You already, 11 is ons, douze, treize. You can repeat after me. If you have done this before, it's okay, but today again I am repeating them for you. 11 is ons, 12 is douze, 13 is treize, 14 is quatorze, 15 is quinze, 16 is seize, 17 is dix-sept. I think I have done this with you. 10 plus 7 is 17. 18 is dix-huit. 10 plus 8. 19 is dix-neuf. 10 plus 9. And 20 is 20. Okay? So, these are cardinal numbers. How do you make them ordinal numbers? Have you seen here what is happening? My ons is ending with a E. But when I make it onzième, that E goes away. I am adding I, E, grave, M, E. Same thing. E goes away. I am adding I, E, M, E. I, E, M, E. I, E, M, E. Here what is happening? Dix-sept. So for the sept, I am adding dix-septième. Dix-huitième. And this neuf becomes neuvième. The F changes to V. That is the only thing we noticed. Even in 9, number 9, neuf was becoming neuvième. Vingt becomes vingtième. So I want you to learn the cardinal as well as ordinal numbers 1 to 20 as for today. And we will be going on to your 6th lesson now. Open your textbooks to lesson number 6. Now here we learn how to count. Now, combien de couteaux y a-t-il? Combien de couteaux y a-t-il? Couteau you came across in your previous lesson. Pointu, that is a knife which was pointed or sharp. Couteau is a knife. Now, combien de couteaux y a-t-il? How many knives are there? Il y a means there is, there are. Y a-t-il means is there, are there. How many knives are there? Demandez la quantité. Demandez la quantité to ask for quantity. Quantity is how many. Now, un tableau, un couteau. Singular is un tableau. Tableau is a blackboard. Un couteau, knife. Now, when the noun ends in EAU, how do you make it plural? In your earlier lesson, we were just adding S. Now no. Now there are rules to be followed. So EAU, you add an X. So des tableaux. Un tableau, des tableaux means one board, some boards. Un couteau, one knife, des couteaux, some knives. So EAU, all the nouns which end in EAU take a X. Then un oiseau, a bird. Des oiseaux with a X. Un chapeau, hat. Des chapeaux with a X. Un manteau, a coat, overcoat. Des manteaux with a X. Un bateau, a boat, ship. Des bateaux. So you have seen that the nouns which end in EAU take X for the plural. Okay? So you know how to make a noun plural. Now, Ilya is there are. We already learned this. Yatir is there, are there. You are inverting and asking a question. Now we are reading a livre est sur la table. A book is on the table. Sure, you came across prepositions, remember. Il y a un livre sur la table. There is a book on the table. The same thing is said, but in some other way. Des livres sont sur la table. Some books are on the table. Il y a des livres sur la table. There are some books on the table. Now we go on to the next page of your lesson. Qu'y a-t-il sur la table? What is there on the table? Qu'y a-t-il? What is there on the table? Sur la table, il y a un livre. On the table, there is a book. One book. Y a-t-il un cahier sur la table? Is there an exercise book on the table? No. Il n'y a pas de cahier. Il n'y a pas de cahier sur la table. Now, this rule I will explain to you in a short while. I am just reading now. Y a-t-il des cahiers sur la table? Are there some exercise books on the table? No, il n'y a pas de cahier sur la table. Okay, now I am explaining to you this rule. Now I am teaching you a rule which is very, very important. In your first lesson, you learnt about definite articles and indefinite articles. So which were your definite articles? The definite articles were le, la and le. And you also had L apostrophe. In your indefinite article, there was a there was a un, and there was they. Okay? Now this is as far as affirmative sentences are concerned. Positive. When they become negative, for example, he has the book. He has the book. What is the difference between these two? He has the book, definite book. You know which book we are talking about. He has a book. This is an indefinite. You don't know. He has a book. I don't know which book he has. Okay, that is the difference. Now suppose I want to say he doesn't have the book. So how will I say? Il n'a pas le livre. This was taught to you. The verb, what? I have added a na before the verb and pa after the verb. But le remains le. Now here see what happens. He doesn't have any book. He has a book. He doesn't have any book. So what will I say? Il n'a pas. What will become a? A will not remain a. A will become the. So here the means he doesn't have any book. So the indefinite article becomes the, whereas the definite article remains definite article. That is the difference. And that is what you are seeing in your textbook. They are saying il y a des livres. And when they are saying il n'y a pas, this they is becoming the. Okay, so if I say there are some books, there are no books. There aren't any books. Suppose I had to say there is the book on the table. There is the book. We know which book we are talking about. Now, the book is not there on the table. How will I say? Il n'y a pas. Le will remain le. So, if I am using a definite article, in the negation also it remains le only. Whereas, if I am using indefinite article, they becomes the. Becomes the. So, have you understood? This is a very important rule for negation. Please copy it. And the topic is so. Please copy this rule on your notebook, and it is very important. Don't get confused. You only see whether we have used a definite article. Then in negation, definite article remains the same. If we have used an indefinite article, you not they, all become the. Whether it is whether it is you, or whether it is they will all change to the only. Now, please look at the last sentence of your lesson. Combien de couteaux y a-t-il sur la table? How many knives are there on the table? Il y a deux couteaux. There are two knives. So, you know how to ask for quantity and you know how to tell the quantity. Now, if you look below that, you will see all your numbers. So, beyond 20, we have 21, 21, 22, 22, 23. So, right up to 30, it is 23, 24, 25. 30 becomes 30. 31 becomes 31. Then it will go on. 32, 33. 40 is 40. 41, 42. So, I want you to copy the numbers, write down. Like how you would have done in primary classes or pre-primary numbers. Similarly, you have to write down the numbers right up to 70. 70. You will have to write the numbers in words. Okay, there is help here, but on your notebook, I want you to write the number as well as its number in words. For example, 51. How will you write 51? 51. How will you write 56? 56. So, go right up to 70. That is all for today. Thank you. And do your work. Copy this and learn. I will be posting some exercises on the group for you to do.